Okay.
Yeah, now we go.
Okay.
Queen's Dreams, yeah.
Queen's Trance. This is an Australian track from 1993.
Yep.
I think this is like the 96 or 97 edition because it's got the Tony DeVitt remix.
Actually,
on
I think this was put up on the wall the other week by a couple of friends of mine. Yeah.
it. Yeah. It's a bit of an all-time classic.
Yep.
Never fail track.
Want to go back with those? Go back with those
Go
ones
back?
if you like. Yeah.
Okay. This is Paul Van Dyke, Forbidden Fruit.
Bit of a scratch on there.
Yes.
What is that, 96 or 97? For me?
97.
There you go.
Yeah, and this was written with BT, so you can hear BT's signature all over this, and he's done a collaborative mix with PBD.
He did a few of those in 97, and they were all really, really impressive.
Yeah, that was the year he kind of really came out.
Broke out, yeah.
This is a track called Tilt Invisible, and it's a Paul Van Dyke instrumental which Tilt took and put a vocal on top of.
And huge, the label.
Huge, yeah.
Yeah,
Big,
huge.
It was huge.
was big. Bedrock Heaven Sent,
Yeah.
which is
Is it signed by someone?
that's a sign by apparently that's John's signature. Apparently, I don't know. I could have just like fallen asleep on it. Yeah. And I have quite a soft spot for Above and Beyond when they're Ocean Lab.
Yes.
Yeah.
Justine Sousa. Yeah.
Yeah,
Beautiful
and
voice.
I know Tiesto made Silence big, but this is where I first heard Silence, and it was before Tiesto even knew about it.
The real version of Silence.
The real version
Fade.
is the Fade mix on here,
Which
which
is Chris Fortier, isn't it?
yeah, which is Chris Fortier.
Cool.
And I think, we've got to play that version early, and then someone else can
we'll-
play the
someone else
Tiesto
can play
version later
the
on.
big version later on.
You believe that's the best?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, it's controversial because everyone remembers.
Well, there's been that many of them.
The
Yeah, it
Tiesto
depends on
one.
which one you experienced, I suppose.
As big a controversy as the Adagio, is it?
Yes.
Yes, the Adagio for strings. It's always an issue, that one.
Yeah. Classic.
There was a guy that used to be a live act in Brisbane, and he said that this would be his funeral track, Flaming June, because it was so beautiful.
Cool.
And again, BT and PBD mix.
Yes.
So they loved each other at that stage. I'm in Positivo, and I've tried to buy some old Positivo stuff and off websites, and they're like, oh, well, they only sell it like 128k, or they don't sell it at all. So.
So, where would you buy your records from?
Then was Central Station and Rocking Horse Records and BPM.
BPM, yeah.
Yeah.
BPM.
And then Butterbeats. Started stocking some trance for a while.
Yeah.
Or overseas from Juno, or there was a really good trance one called Tune In. And 3Beat.
3-beat, yeah.
Yeah, 3Beat was really good.
Yeah.
How the times have changed.
I used to buy records over the phone. There was a guy in Melbourne
That's right.
at a shop called Rhythm and Soul. There was this funny guy.
Steve, was it?
Steve, yeah, Steve. And he was like, Cosmo, you must have this. You know? And it was always just sell.
Digby played it last week.
Yeah, Digby heard this last week. He loses shit. He loses it. So he'd ring you up, and he was a persuasive guy. So you'd listen to these records over a crackly phone at home, and you'd buy 25 records, and you get them in the mail a week later, and they're amazing. But there was always 5 there. You're just like, this shit
Doesn't sound that good.
terrible.
But that's like the same as if after work you have a few beers before going record shopping.
Yeah.
And then you come home and you're like, oh, wait on a second, when you sober up.
And they could sell you a record because they just put a sticker on it that said "Big with Jewels"
That's right, yeah.
or something.
No one knows who that is anymore.
Sanders said, "I might listen to this," or whatever, and you're like, "Oh, I'll buy that."
Tick of approval.
Scotty, we go through some of your records?
Yep. Well, just for example, I love the covers of these. You can't go wrong with Gate Crusher.
No, you can't, can you?
Like, or Wet, I think it was.
Yeah, that's great.
It's a pretty common tattoo, that one.
Yeah. But like, look at that. It just really captures the music that's on the vinyl, you know, like, it was an amazing time for trance music in particular. Other ones I've got quite like, the Paul Van Dyke.
Yep.
Vorsprung to
Yeah.
Technique. That's taken from the, is it BM?
Is it
Audi?
Audi?
Audi or something
Yes.
like that.
Oh, he was taken. Okay.
Yeah. So this is a collection of his remixes between 92 and 98, so that's pretty special one. I quite like that one. Yeah, it's got all the tunes on there. It's excellent. So, and this was another brand that was, or a party that was really popular, sort of 2000, early 2000s, Slinky. They were kind of like in competition to Gatecrash, but a little bit more kind of poppy and a bit more.
Bit more. They had that hard.
Yeah, a bit of a hard beat behind it. But yeah, some real good tunes on there. And then what else we got? This is pretty similar to what I'll be taking perhaps. So Moon Man, that's an old classic. I think it's like about 97.
Yeah, and Moon Man's very caustic.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
right.
Yeah.
Dreams as well.
Yep. Yep.
Marmion on Huge Tunes. I think that's 96, isn't it? This remix is from 98, but I think the original tune's from 96 or so.
Yeah, I think I've got
Had it on a CD single.
Yeah. Where is it? They're looking there.
Oh, yeah,
So
there you go.
that's on the
Superstition.
Superstition. So I never put
Which was one of
years
the
on
best
these things.
early trance labels.
Yep. Yep.
German label.
94. Wow.
94.
I think I bought that second hand. I was a bit too young.
And Positiva,
Yep. Again.
which is a huge label, and they did a lot of trance around late 90s. Reactivate, which was one of the earliest trance compilations. It's got 9 and 10 there. But yeah, they had a good mixture of sort of like tougher techno and trance and a whole range of stuff like Sour Mash, Mark Energy, Loops and Tings. What else we got? Grease 2000.
Yeah. Jeez.
Everyone
I
knows that
actually
one.
have you noticed?
Very, very popular one.
You noticed he's putting out word at the moment to the world, to booking for doing classic trance sets.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We should do that.
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
Classic.
that's really one of my most loved vinyls ever. You know, that's got just so many good memories.
Yep.
So always carry that one. Transfix, Chicane Offshore.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a real classic one as well. That's just excellent early night stuff. You know, beautiful tune. And it's got the Disco Citizens remix on the other side, which is
Okay.
quite popular as well.
What are you going to put on? Cosmo, put on a big one.
A big one.
Bring it home.
This is a nice one-sided
Oh.
pressing from Platypus.
Okay, we'll listen to it in the background.
Yep. This is one of my absolute favourite trance tunes.
And Galley, yeah.
Yeah, Nelly Nelson every day, every time.
Yep.
One of the few trance songs that I bought 2 copies of. And back then, when there was no flanger on the mixer, you know, you'd play them at the same time, and it'd be a beautiful phase. So got that. Of course, 1998 Bonnie Coronary.
Yeah.
That's a staple.
Yep.
Not Over Yet, another classic.
Yep.
Actually got some Faithless. Faithless, you know,
Yes, so it is.
not trance, but it's got trancey breakdowns. So you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stuff
Insomnia, yes.
Yeah,
definitely.
Insomnia, God is a DJ, any of that stuff goes down well. That's a really old song I feel like, which has been remixed so many times. But yeah,
Classic.
Nuclear
It is,
Screen did a lot of trancey stuff, so whereas their blue label was more hard house. Vincent de Moore Flotation. There's a bit of a cult trance tune, yeah.
Yes.
I
yes.
love that
That's
tune.
it's excellent.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yep.
Paul Van Dyke for an Angel
Yeah, one of my.
with
yeah,
words on the
yeah,
other side.
Yeah.
Lost Tribe,
Yeah,
Game
yeah.
Master. Yeah, that's the big one. Game Master. So yeah, that's another one I'll never lose. Olive, You're Not Alone.
Wow.
Yeah, that's one I haven't heard from since about '97. But yeah, I might play that one because it's got a couple of good early mixes as well. So Left Field. Now, yeah, Left Field are known for their breaks and that
Yes.
kind of stuff. But yeah, Space Shanty in particular, real early kind of Goa trance kind of style
Yes.
feel to it, and yeah, just great tune. Timo Maas, he actually did do some
Yes, he
trancey
did,
stuff.
yep, yep.
Still quite percussive, but you know, quite cool. This is a good one, Infusion Green, which is as Australian, the Aussie guys, Infusion.
yep.
But yeah, it's just quite a fast one. I think it's about 150 or 160 BPM.
Yeah.
But one of the most beautiful tunes. I got it for $4.95 in 1999, second hand. And then there's a few kind of like a little bit of harder, older German trance.
Okay, yeah.
Cult was a very popular label.
Yep.
Cygnus X, the orange theme.
Yep.
Which has got the old. What's it from?
From Clockwork Orange.
That's right.
Ah.
Yeah, Deadmau5 remixed that and called it Clockwork, or what? The Deadmau5.
I didn't hear it.
Something like that a while back, and
Yep.
it's his rewrite of the Orange thing.
Okay, okay.
And then this is really old, but
Oh God.
yeah, Open Your Mind, Isura. That's 91.
Yeah, 91, 92.
Yeah, 92 this one is, yeah.
Have you got
And that's even quite trancey, you know.
Papua New Guinea at all?
Yes, I do, somewhere in there. But it's in the progressive section.
Okay, yep.
And then these are just some older trance compilations that I got. But this is a pretty good indication of what we were listening to back in those days. Humate was a good artist.
I've got,
yeah,
Humate.
Yeah,
There's
Humate.
also
Just Baby Dot.
Legend B, Lost in Love.
Yes, Union Jack. And Blue Peter. Blue Peter was a really good artist as well. He had a lot of acid kind of in his trance. Small Green Necklace. Jam and Spoon.
Yes.
They were one of the first trance artists.
Probably one of the first artists to really put that European trance sound on the map, and that's from about 1991, 92.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then got some sort of like proggy stuff, but it's still quite chancy. Saints and Sinners pushing too hard.
Yep.
Anyone that's seen Digweed or Satchel play that one. And then even I consider this to be trancey still, like Nathan Fake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got a very distinct techno sound to it, but you know, it's still got the trance melodies in it.
Yep.
And then this is one of the earliest trance tunes as well. Trance of Stevenson, the first rebirth. Yeah, it's about 150 BPM, but yeah, one of the first trance, earlier trance tunes, early 90s. And then I love these compilations as well. But these are more Goa,
Yes.
sort of like early psytrance,
Yes.
Mark Allen and
Yep.
Yoshi Suzuki. These are I think from '96. But yeah, fantastic stuff. But very bang. We won't be playing this on
Cool.
Friday.
Okay.
Cheers.
See you there.
See you there.
See ya.
Thank you.